Hey guys, I am MJ and I am your social media sis. I am here to help you slay your social media strategy because I have been you before. I have shown up on this platform, on YouTube, on Instagram, blogging, Pinterest, TikTok, you name it, without no plan, no strategy, no clue on how to build followers, an audience, or build connections with people. And that's why I want to help you. It's been almost 10 years doing this, and within the past 3 years, I've really only made traction and started making money consistently every single month, year over year. All of that took me having a plan and a strategy. Let me tell you a little bit more about myself. I am a blogger, podcaster, YouTuber, Instagrammer, and I also am on Pinterest, TikTok, and all the platforms that everyone else and their mama are on. And I'm able to show up on there consistently and connect with people and create content of value every single day and every week of this year. And it's amazing. I've been able to grow my followers, build connections with people, and make money. Because why else are we doing this? Let's just be honest. I do all this while working with a 9-to-5. I'm also a mom and a military wife. Things can get pretty hectic and pretty crazy, to say the least, but I've been able to find a methodology that works to do all of this, and I want to help you guys do the same thing. Probably one of the things that helped me early on in terms of attempting to make money on social media was creating a shift in terms of my approach of social media and how I looked at it and how I was going to show up and provide value to an audience I wanted to connect with. And so I want to share with you my top 4 tips in terms of what you need to do before you start your influencer, your entrepreneur journey on any social media platform. So my tip number 1 is to adopt a proper mindset. I say that's because so many times, people have this expectation that things are going to happen overnight. They're not. People have these expectations that everything needs to be perfect. They won't be. People have these expectations that they're not special enough or pretty enough or tall enough or whatever enough, or you need to have a lot of money. You don't. And all of those things are wrong. And I say all of this because I had all of these expectations. And really it was when I shifted my mindset in terms of what the possibilities of social media could be, is when things really started happening for me. I started adopting a mindset that it's really a business. Like, there's a reason why all these brands and these businesses are on there. And so I had to start looking at myself as a brand and a business. One of the first things that I did early on was make an investment into myself, into my business and my brand. And I actually bought this DSLR camera, which was like a big deal for me at the time. Between the lens and the camera body itself, I spent like $800. And that was like a huge deal for me because, granted, I spent that money like on trips and stuff, but just for a camera, like, am I really going to do this? Am I actually going to show up and be consistent and do this? And once I decided, yeah, I'm going to do this, I have to do this. I'm tired of seeing everybody else do this, and I'm not doing this because I want to. That was a huge game changer. So just go in with the proper expectations as well. None of this happens overnight. Rome wasn't built in a day. I know it sounds cliche, but it's true as hell. You've got to be patient with yourself. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to do things that don't make sense, and people aren't going to necessarily understand what the hell you're doing. I have family and friends in the very beginning who are like, what you doing, Mallory? I see you doing your little internet thing. You trying to model? What is all of this? And now, fast forward, now I'm making like $50K doing this, and they're like, so how are you doing this? How are you working with Walmart? How are you working with Costco? How did you do this? Can I do this? Totally changes the conversation. But that's 3 years in where I'm consistently showing up, persevering, and pressing through all the mistakes that I made. And if I hadn't made those mistakes, I wouldn't be where I'm at. So again, adopt the proper mindset. You are a brand, you are a business, you're an entity, but you're also human. And you're going to make mistakes. And that's only going to make you stronger. Number 2's tip is to have a purpose. You're really going to want to have a why and a vision on why you want to be on this platform. It could be as simple as, I want to make money, but It could also be, I want to sell necklaces, or I want to inspire people, or I want to motivate people, or I love working out, I love doing my hair, whatever it may be. You need to have a purpose or why. It's really going to become the foundation of why you consistently show up every single day. It's really going to be the thing that keeps you going, that keeps you motivated and wanting to be on these platforms. If you don't have a purpose, if you don't have a why, you have no vision. You can't even get past seeing yourself as a brand or an entity. You really need to take a step back and really hone in on what is your purpose, what is your why. Once you've done that, that gets me to tip number 3. You're going to want to start setting some goals. And you really want to make sure that these are specific. If you haven't heard of SMART goals, that's a really good way to do it. Those are specific, measurable, actionable. I can't remember the rest of the R and the T, but I'll leave them in the description below. SMART goals are a great way to go about it because they're super specific and actionable. When I first started, I was really focused on Instagram and I wanted to have 10,000 followers within a year. I got 10,000 followers within 13 months. So a month shy, but nonetheless, I did it because I had a specific goal in mind and a specific timeline. And that just really made me stay accountable, because I was going to show up consistently on this platform, creating content of value that was driven by my purpose, driven by my why, and I had the proper mindset. See what I did there? It all just kind of flowed back up. Make sure you have really specific goals. Make sure that they're attainable and make sure they're realistic. I've even done it where I'm like, I'm gonna do all of this. And it's really like, no, you could only do this right now. And then you can do that later. So pace yourself, be realistic, be patient, be patient, be patient. Because again, Rome wasn't built in a day. Take your time, but also put some fuel to that fire and keep yourself accountable by creating very specific goals. My last tip, number 4, which is super duper important, is that you're going to want to niche down to ensure you're providing value. Guys, when you show up on social media, it's great you have the proper mindset. It's great you have a purpose and a vision. It's great you have goals, but if you ain't making content of value, there ain't no point of being here, okay? And you don't need to have like all the best equipment. I mean, it does not need to be perfect. You don't have to go get a DSLR camera like I'm using right now. You can use your damn iPhone, prop that thing up and hit that button, rock it out. It works, it makes it happen, but you're going to want to actually provide content of value. That all goes back to, you know, what does your audience want? Having followers, having an audience, having clients, having customers, you need to provide what they want. It's super important though, that you're creating content that you want to consistently create, okay? Let me say that again. You want to create content that you consistently want to create. Because if you're not doing that, you're not gonna create content of value and you're not gonna be creating things that your audience wants. If you're just doing it because you think this is what they want and it's really not aligned to what you want to do and that you feel good creating, they're gonna see through that, you're not gonna be consistent, and it's all gonna fall apart. This is finding that alignment between your purpose, your why, your vision, and then aligning that with like, okay, how can I help people? Hair tutorials, I'm obsessed with curly hair. I wanna do hair tutorials. Well, I need to take my time and really show them how to use this product and blah, 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 blah. It's cool to show a before and after, but if you really want to show value, you're really going to take your time and explain things and blah, 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 or however you want to present that to your audience. But really finding that alignment between your purpose and your why, and then finding that value piece on where you're actually helping people so that you become that go-to person for whatever it may be. I know it could be really scary niching down, okay? I definitely get that. There's just so much power in it. If you're all over the place and you're like, I'm gonna do food and I'm gonna do hiking and I'm gonna do fashion. Those are 3 different things. You might be able to find some way to align and that's like super niche or it's just super all over the place. It's really important maybe you focus on one lane, maybe at a time, or just one lane, pick your lane. And just get super specific, super fine-tuned, and the go-to person, the subject matter expert of this niche. I have a friend, she's all about curly hair and sustainability, thrifts and tangles. I love her. Tyler, shout out to you. And she's the go-to person for that. Brands reach out to her for this. People reach out to her, you know, followers reach out to her for this. She has become the go-to person for that. So you can find 2 different things and make them align, certainly. I would say maybe only stick to 3 things and kind of things that lean on each other can intersect. in my opinion. I hope these tips were super helpful to you. These are things that I wish someone would have checked me on when I first started. I kind of went things backwards. I was a little bit all over the place and dabbled. I'm laser focused on providing content of value for my audience and content that I actually feel good creating. Love helping people with their social media strategy, but I'm also a mom. Like, I'm not one dimensional, and I love, you know, my lattes and all that other stuff. This is the type of content you can be finding from me here on YouTube and also over all my other social media platforms if you want to check me out. I hope this was helpful. If it was, make sure you hit that subscribe button, make sure you hit that thumbs up button, and make sure you leave some comments down below. I am an open book. Ask me all the questions. I am here to help you, sis, slay your social media strategy. I hope you stay tuned for more. I am LifeByMJ, and I'll see you soon.